The Nazis have marched into Denmark, and if Anna Marie doesn't help her friend Ellen, the Nazis might get her.
When I asked Annalisa to describe through the eyes of her own childhood the Nazi soldiers themselves, she said simply, "I remember the high, shiny boots."
My mother told me early on about the real Sarah, who came from the coast of Maine to the prairie to become a wife and mother to a close family member. My mother remembered her fondly. Is that real? Demanded a schoolchild. Just what are the facts? This is the question most asked by children, I suppose, because part of childhood is concerned with sorting out the facts from the fiction, both truths of life.
I really like The Bridge to Terabithia by Catherine Patterson because it really gives you a view of how friendships mean so much in life and how life can change in a second by something unsuspecting that you would never think would happen.
The book that will take children from where they are to where they might be needs to be made not from synthetic or inanimate objects, but from the stuff of life. And a writer has no life to give but her own.
In Miss Frisbee and the Rats of Nim, Timothy Mouse gets sick, so his mother sets off to get help, never realizing that she must come face to face with the rats.
In Island of the Blue Dolphins, when the ship's captain refuses to turn back for Karana's brother, there is only one thing to do. She jumps overboard, hoping it is not too late.
In Dear Mr. Henshaw, when somebody keeps stealing Leibot's lunch at school, he decides to catch the thief by rigging an alarm on his lunchbox.
Out of the Dust is set in the Oklahoma Panhandle during the Great Depression, and it's about Billie Jo Kelby, who is the daughter of Oklahoma wheat farmers, and the thing she wants most in that book is to get out of the dust.
Check out Paul Fleischman's funny book about insects, Joyful Noise, and read it with a friend.
Honeybees. Being a bee is a joy.
Is a pain.
I'm a queen.
I am a worker.
I'll gladly explain.
Being a bee
is a joy.
Is a pain.
I'm a queen.
I'm a worker.
I'll gladly explain.
Honeybees. Being a bee is a joy.
It's a pain.
I'm a queen.
I'm a worker.
I'll gladly explain.
Upon rising, I'm fed by my royal attendants.
I'm up at dawn guarding the hive's narrow entrance.
I'm bathed.
Then I take out the hive's morning trash.
Then I'm groomed.
Then I put in an hour making wax without 2 minutes time to sit and relax.
The rest of my day is quite simply set forth.
Then I might collect nectar from the field 3 miles north.
I lay eggs.
Or perhaps I'm a larva detail.
By the hundred.
Feeding the grubs in their cells, wishing I was still helpless and pale.
I'm loved and I'm lauded. I'm outranked by none.
Then I pack combs with pollen. Achoo! Not my idea of fun.
When I've done enough laying,
then weary I strive.
I retire
to patch up any cracks in the hive.
For the rest of the day.
Then I build some new cells, slaving away at enlarging this hell, dreading the sight of another sunrise, wondering why we don't all just unionize.
Truly, a bee's is the best of all lives.
Listen to this, just for a minute. I'll just capture you. Around 5 a.m. on a warm Sunday morning in October 1953, my Aunt Belle left her bed and vanished from the face of the earth.
Wow,
now,
doesn't scary.
Now, doesn't that make you want to read the book?
Yeah.
I think Ruth White did a great job. And there's a couple other good ones. The Moor Child, which is another honor book, is by Eloise McGraw, is a wonderful fantasy. Anybody fantasy readers?
Sometimes when you go to the library, it's so difficult to find a good book. We've shown you a few Newberys to make your choice a little easier. ask your librarian or ask a friend for a book that is just right for you.
Well, I think and hope that the excitement that a writer feels working on a book will somehow rub off on the people who read that book. If it does, this is great. Because reading, I firmly believe, adds a whole extra dimension to our lives. Each book, in effect, is a different life that we can experience. And it enriches our personalities, ourselves. It really helps us grow internally, and I suppose externally in the way that we deal with other human beings. And I think basically that's what writers try to put into their books, and I hope that's what readers get from those books.
And the last Newbery of the 20th century is Holes by Louis Sachar.
Water striders! Whenever we're asked if we
walk upon water,
we answer, of course! To be sure! It's quite true. Whenever we're asked if we
walk on it often,
we answer quite often. Each day. All day through. Should we be questioned on whether
it's easy,
we answer quite easy. A snap! It's a cinch. Should we be told that it's
surely a miracle,
we reply, balderdash! Rubbish! Nonsense! Whenever we're asked for
instructions,
we always say, come to the pond's edge. And do as we do. Put down one foot, then put down another, resting upon the thin film on the surface. Believe me, there's no call at all to be nervous. As long as you're reasonably mindful that you... But by that time, our students, no matter how prudent